What is up, everyone? It is Sunday the 22nd of May. I'm sitting here in a car park in Brunswick, just about to go to the gym, the Doherty's gym in Brunswick, which was just there. And I thought I'd actually have a chat to you because I haven't said or vlogged or documented much via YouTube for an extended period. But I thought I'd talk today because today is my last full day in Melbourne. I'll explain. So I'm about day 70 now post-transplant, and there was always been this prospective day or period of 100 days post-transplant before you get to go home. But if you've been following the journey in like my Instagram and Facebook and stuff, you'd know that my recovery and progress since transplant has been so good so far that there's just no need for me to actually stay in Melbourne. Like, I'll explain what we're going to be doing, but yeah, it's crazy how well it's progressed. But basically, I had a chat with the professor who's like overseeing my whole treatment and whatnot throughout this whole process last Thursday or the Thursday before, and he basically just asked me, what would you do if you had one appointment per week? And I just sort of a general question, and I said, yeah, I'll probably just go to the gym a few times and just lazy around town and stuff, waiting for my next appointment. And then that led him on to say that if you were given one appointment per week, would you go back to Tasmania or go back home? And I answered yes. So basically what's happening now is I have one appointment per week on a Monday, each Monday, and then for the rest of the week, so that being Tuesday through to Sunday, I can go back to Tasmania and do whatever I like. So basically what the plan is we're going to be doing that from now until day 100, until they let me go. And then day 100 there's going to be all those tests again, like the fitness test and the like the bone marrow biopsies and that sort of stuff. And yeah, so we've got heaps of, it's obviously really, really good to get out of here, even though I've grown attached to Melbourne and like the sort of hustle it is. It's going to be good to get back to Tasmania, and by the time this gets uploaded, I'll obviously already be in Tasmania and I'll already met my friends again and all that sort of stuff. But yes, I'm very excited as to what's happening. Sorry, it just got a bit awkward then. There was a guy who's sitting next to me in the car park who just walked past and just stared at me whilst I was talking. People in Melbourne, I guess people in general just aren't used to people vlogging or just talking to a camera, so it's a bit like far-fetched if you see someone doing it, especially in Tasmania, which is why I wouldn't say there's basically probably any YouTubers in Tasmania. And I've lost my train of thought, but yes, basically on the Sunday night we'll be flying back over here to Melbourne, staying somewhere close to the hospital. Monday morning I gotta have a blood test early in the morning, probably, I'm just gonna guess around 9. I have physio at 11 AM, which is basically a whole group of transplant patients who are at least a month out of their transplant and they're well enough to start doing some exercise, and we're part of this clinical study of patients and how exercise can help further the recovery of a transplant patient. In saying that, the physio hasn't been very rewarding for myself because I've been so well recovered and my progress has been so well that the exercise regime they're prescribing for the patients isn't very testing for me, obviously, because I'm going to the gym now and I'm doing weight-based stuff, and at the physio they're kind of just making us do like some moderate walks on a treadmill and very lightweight work, because that's what the most of the populace is doing within this study. So I'm kind of screwing up their statistics, but in a good way. So yeah, about day 70, so I'll be coming up and back to Melbourne for about 5 weeks until we have the day 100 testings, which should be all good. I spoke before about how I got that 100% on that test of the blood ratios. That's probably like 2 episodes back. I had another one of those blood tests on day 60, which was earlier last week, and the results for that test should come back this week if they haven't already. But I'll talk more about like the whole gym sort of thing. What you're going to see tomorrow is going to be pretty fun. I won't say it just yet. I'm hoping very much so I can get it recorded. If not, I'll be a bit mad. But it should be funny, or it should be like very interesting to watch, but not very much so for those who are quite squeamish with blood or procedures. So yeah, a warning if you don't like that sort of stuff. I'll put up some text if it's going to come up, but yeah, it's going to be a funny thing. But I'm very keen for it to happen. So I think the move back to Tasmania is going to be a very good thing for my well-being, mainly just I guess mental well-being. I'm not going crazy up here, but it would be nice to have a surrounding of friends and stuff rather than just hospital medical staff. I'm going to hit this workout. Hopefully I can get some stuff for you in there, but if not, I'll see you all tomorrow for my last day in Melbourne. Thank you.
All right, 5 full reps, let's go. Easy. 5 full reps, go on, let's go back down. Push. Down, all the way down, come on, push. Come on, push. Push, harder, all the way, up. Keep those glutes down, keep the glutes down. Let's go. Push, come on, you got more in you, let's go. Come on, keep going. Again, 5 more. 4 more, come on. Let's go, 4 more. 3 more.
Come on, Mark, push.
That'll do, lock it out.
Smashed it.
I didn't do too much working out, but it was a really fun experience. I was talking with the guys from Team Future Muscle, Nathan and Kelly, and yeah, they're just really good people who have their own coaching business and that sort of stuff. And I was just chatting to them about my experience. I showed them my little chest port, and they showed everyone else in the gym. So yeah, it was really nice. Say goodbye to the guys over at Daldy's who have been very hospitable to me throughout this whole period, and I'm not sure if I'm seeing them again for a while. Maybe on a Sunday night I can come up here for the gym. If not, if I come up to Melbourne for another holiday, and if not, then I'll see them when I come back up here in March for the Arnold Classic, which is next year, 2017. I forgot to mention before that I got a message from a guy on my Instagram before my workout who's actually getting a bone marrow transplant himself pretty soon. He's over in the Children's Hospital, and I offered to go and see like just go see him and give him some little tips on what sort of stuff he can do. So I'm going to be doing that now. It's about 5:30 now, so got to drive to the apartment and walk to the hospital and hopefully see him. I don't know if I'll probably won't record anything there, just out of respect for himself and his family. But I'm very grateful to be able to be well enough to be able to give out some tips and stuff to those who are about to go through what I have been through over the last 3 months. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, it's been a really good workout, really good times over there at Delhi. So shout out to everyone there, Tony, Jay, the manager. But I will check in with you later tonight, if not tomorrow, for the big pull. Good morning. It is 8:20 on Monday the 23rd of May, and I'm doing the traditional walk to the hospital for my blood test. So this is the last time I'm doing this on our main primary stay here in Melbourne. I believe I'm day 70 or so now, and there's all the usual stuff that's going to happen today, besides one major thing, which hopefully I can video later on today. But it's as I said, it's 8:20 and I haven't been up this early since like I've been in hospital. Like I've been sleeping so long, at least like 8 to 9 hours a day, and I would usually wake up around between 10 and or 12 p.m. Just because I'm a bit of a late what's it called, a night owl. Anyway, so we're walking to the hospital now to test my cyclosporin levels, which is the immune suppressant drug, once again, just to see how that's going. And then I have physio. I'm not too sure how I'll do, if I'll do physio today, mainly because yesterday I had a bit of a rough night because of the cyclosporin. Is a bit of an accumulative thing, and I think my body, after usually about a week, has to try to regulate it somehow, and that's usually in the form of vomiting. So we'll see how we go, but just dealing with a bit of a headache at the moment, but that's basically it. And I should be all good to go later on, but I'll check in with you later on for whatever's going to happen.
Are you Snapchatting this?
No, I just like to look at it from... Are you going to do it in one go, or little rest periods?
Nah, I'm going to try and do it one go. But if there's resistance, then I'll slowly do it.
Just like a game of tug of war, just think of it like that.
Alright, we're going to give him some blood. If you bounce, we want to send off the specimen. It could just be a viral thing or something that's any fevers or rash.
Alright, so on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Okay, that was a practice one. Alright, for real now. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath.
I think you'll feel better after some blood.
Yeah, I think some tools really are
Alright. Are you breathing?
I am now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
just my lower back was hurting, just all down the sides.
Alright. There's a lot of resistance. Do you know what? Like usually when I'm pulling increments, I really can't see it, and it will come out, but I can see yours. I'm starting to think, is it wrapped around as well? Some bump here. Alright, I'm gonna try it one more time, and if not, I'll call a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Is it hurting?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read. You can do it.
Oh gosh, now the pressure's on. Just get you to take a deep breath in and hold your breath. Alright, it's out. It's coming out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yay!
Hey.
Awesome! Yoo-hoo!
I'll just show you the line. So you see it's split into two sides?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you get split into the two lumens. It's not really good. Now I have to keep you for about an hour.
That's cool.
Yeah. There you go. You wanna...
Look at that. Might need to get that framed.
I really don't think you want to
Yeah,
take
no,
that
I'm
home.
just
Pretty gross.
Awesome.
There we go. So yeah, I think both sides are quite even. There's not one side that's longer than the other.
Yeah. Can I have a look at the little...
The hole?
Ah.
It's not much of a hole. You might get a scar at the end of it.
Yeah. Must have been the cheer squad. The cheer squad
Alright,
that
this is
did it.
going to sting a little bit because I'm going to clean it with a bit of alcohol. Yeah, your cuff is still in there. The cuff didn't come out.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah. Because you usually would see the cuff attached to the line. Yours was quite tight, so it's remained in there. That doesn't do anything to you or anything though, it's just, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so that'll stay there forever.
Yeah. Well, the only way to get them out is, like, you know, if they were really loose, you can pull them out. Yours was not very loose at all.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, obviously, when they surgically remove it, they would remove it as well, since they're...
Right.
So, yeah, sometimes they don't come out when we pull the bones.
The job got done, that's all that matters. Thank you.
That's okay. I thought it would be really messy. Yours was really neat. Thanks.
Back home. It was a bumpy flight, but we made it in one piece, and it is 10:30. Reaccustomed myself to the house, and I'm keen for what's to come. I was just reflecting earlier, like on the drive home, that like even though the amount of time I spent in Melbourne was like upmost of 3 months, nearly 3 months, and at the time of all the procedures and all that sort of stuff happening, it went so slow. But now I'm looking back in retrospect and just thinking how fast it went. Like, I'm back home. It just it feels surreal, and I haven't really come to grips with this thing coming out yet. As you saw, it was a bit of a two-man job for that thing to come out. Basically, it was adhering to the cuff of, like, it's got a cuff on the inside which the body adheres to, so it doesn't get pulled out accidentally, and my body adhered to it strongly, so it took a lot of massaging and preparation for it to actually come out, which you would have seen unless you're a bit squeamish for that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm back in Tassie. I'm very excited to be here. And yeah, I've had a shower, I've scrubbed up a bit, and I'm off to see some friends to hopefully surprise them with my surprise return, because I have come back unannounced. So hopefully I can get their footage of what their reaction is, and I hope they're surprised. If not, then yeah, we'll see. So I'm here at my mate Jason's house. The first person I'm trying to see, I'm not too sure how I'm going to hook it up because it's night time and everyone's asleep in the house except for him. So hopefully I can get a nice reaction from him, so stay tuned. I'm back.
Oh, no way. That's awesome. When did you get back?
Just now?
Just then?
Yeah.
Did you drive yourself here?
Yeah. I'm just giving you a little bit of a film so you get your reaction.
Oh. Oh man. Miss you. That's awesome.
What the fuck? Why are you in my house? When did you get back?
Tonight?
You flew back in today?
Yeah.
Hang on, wait a second. Oh fuck, I'm locked out. Oh dear.